4CG, man, you know how the fuck we rockin', man. 4 corner glow game, man. You know how the fuck I'm bumming, man. You know I'm coming, man.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, not too much. How about you?
Chilling. You get back to the house?
Yeah. So you want to talk about what happened at what you call the King Von Mural?
Yeah, but yeah. So basically, like, what? I'm about to invite some people. So from your point of view, basically, what happened? Basically, describe what happened because everyone has this whole notion that, like, basically, you went there, you got robbed, and like. To be honest with you, from an outsider looking in, looking at the picture, it did not look like you got robbed at all. It looked like you went there, you took a picture, and nothing even happened.
Yeah, what happened was, so my buddy, he came into town. He's from out of state. And let me just set this up real quick.
Yeah.
And he wanted to see the King Von Mural. And so I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So I drove him over there. And we get out. I park the car. I take his picture. He takes my picture because I'm like, I want a picture too, obviously. And then this dude comes out of nowhere. And I don't think he cares about me telling who he is, unless there's like a no snitch thing allowed. But he literally pulled up his YouTube channel, was telling me like who he is and everything. Rayrilla. I don't know. Do you know Ray?
Yeah, I know Ray. I've heard of Ray.
You know Ray?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nice guy. But he comes up, he's talking to us that he's working on the mural and stuff, and it had been vandalized. I guess it had been like set on fire. And so after he was showing me some of his YouTube videos and like some of his rapping he was doing, he turns to my buddy and he says, it's $100 for the picture. And my buddy's like, what should I do? And I'm like, I don't have any money on me. And so I think he felt kind of pressured to pay the $100, which is probably good because who knows what would have happened, honestly. I don't know if it was just like an aggressive asking for the money or if it was like you're being held up.
Wow.
But he said he saw that Ray had a gun. I didn't see that, but I wasn't looking either. And then when we were walking back, one of his friends, I guess, came out with some of his buddies, and they said, "Oh, you took a picture too?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, you owe $100 too." And I'm like, "I have no money," because my wallet was back in the car. And so my buddies, I think he started to get a little concerned, so he gave him $100 too.
Damn.
And then Ray and his friend, they were like kind of, going back and forth, like who gets how much or what, because now they've got $200.
Yeah.
So we get in the car, we split. When I get in the car, I open up my center console, and I see I've got like $3,000 in here. Because I had sold a guitar on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I hadn't hit the bank yet. So I'm like, shit, it's a good thing that they didn't come back to the car because they could have got a lot of money. But I made a YouTube video about it. It's on my channel. If anybody wants to watch, in depth what happened. But I don't feel like I was held up. I feel like they were kind of just strongly suggesting that we pay the money. And my friend being out of town, he's not used to that type of pressure. I mean, I'm in the city every day, not on Oblock, but, I'm in the city. And so I get people asking me for money all the time. And I usually just say no, or maybe I'll throw him a few bucks. But I don't think he was used to that. And so he ended up paying. But he was fine with it because he had a great time. So, from there, we went to a few other places, but it was a good time. I mean, they treated us with respect. I mean, it was the most respectful, hold up you could ask for.
No, no, that's crazy.
So you know Ray?
No, so I haven't personally met Ray. I've heard of Ray. I didn't. When I saw what happened, I didn't know that he was the one that did it. I thought it was just a random person that was just walking on the side of the street, and you guys just happened to just get held up.
No, it was Ray.
That's crazy.
Well, I was searching his YouTube channel because he pulled it up on my phone, and I looked at what the video was that he was pulling up, and if he didn't want to be identified or whatever, he wouldn't have done that. So I saw there were a few other videos that he had posted of him supposedly robbing some other people in front of the mural. So apparently this is not the first time it's happened, but it is what it is. I don't think that it would have come to anything serious, honestly. But it's just one of those situations where it's like, I guess when you're not on your own turf and you're on somebody else's turf, it's like you kind of pay just to make the situation go away.
So, like, did your friend feel like threatened in that sense? Like, how did they even act? Did they come up to you guys and were like, hey, you guys got to pay us to take a picture here? Like, how did they even approach the situation when they saw you?
That's how the second guy was. The second guy is actually in one of his music videos.
Who's the second
King Von
guy?
King Von. It was one of his music videos. He's in one of the music videos. Because my buddy, he was watching one of the music videos, and he was like, "Yo, this is the other dude that robbed him." I'm like, "Holy shit, you're right." So it must be like a clique from his group that are kind of doing this. But like I say, I got nothing against anybody trying to get their lick out there, because God knows it's hard as hell. But if you're from out of town, just maybe don't carry a lot of cash if you're going to take a picture out there in front of the mural. But Ray came up, and he was initially very friendly. Like I said, he pulled up his YouTube channel on my phone. He was showing me some of his rap videos, and like he was legit. And then after about 2 or 3 minutes of like talking with him, he turns to my buddy. My buddy happens to be a person of color too, and he didn't ask me. Yeah, I found it kind of odd. He didn't ask me.
Wow.
He asked my buddy, who's the person of color. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Who knows? But I think he could tell that he was from out of town because he had an accent. So I think he felt like he could get money out of him, and he did. The other guy, just came straight up and just asked for the money. He's like, "Oh, you took a picture, $100." But no, the first guy, he at least established some rapport. So
your boy's never been to Oblock, and like, were you aware of Oblock before you went to the mural with him? Like, did you know how dangerous it was?
No, I didn't know it was that dangerous, actually. I've heard of like King Von's music before, and I like a few of his songs, but I did not know that Oblock, where the mural is, that it's like in the heart of what is it called? It's
Oblock.
Called isn't it called something like the Gardens or something?
Gardens.
Parkway Gardens. Yeah, because I've heard of Parkway Gardens. I didn't realize it was in the middle of Parkway Gardens. But somebody actually reached out to me and offered for $500 they'd give me a tour of Parkway Gardens, and I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not, but it would be interesting. Do you think I'd survive it?
Well, I mean, honestly, like, because you went there and you experienced that, and like, I'll be honest with you, like, you went viral on the mural because like everyone thought you got robbed, and like, to be honest with you, like, from the insider looking in, like, it just didn't look like that. And to be honest with you, from how you're speaking on the situation, it sounded like they chopped it up and it was a cool situation, and then they were just like, hey, we just want you to pay us to show respect, this and that. But it wasn't like you guys got beat up, there was a fight, there was no one that like got hurt, nothing like that.
No, there's nothing like that. No, the thing is, when I got back to the car, I wanted to make it like the most cringy white boy Walmart shit that you could possibly think of. Because at the end of the day, I'm cool laughing at myself, like, if I do something stupid as fuck, I'm going to laugh at myself about it. And, when we got back to the car, I'm like, this is some hilarious shit that just happened. Because we do not belong here, obviously. And so I wrote, I forget what I wrote on Reddit, but I shared the picture of me in front of the mural, and I wrote a status like, met some really cool fellows today. I forget what I said, but I just wanted it to come across like this white boy has no idea what the fuck he's doing. And it worked because like no Jumper shared it, all these different places shared it. But there were a few people that were upset. There was one guy that said he was going to kill me. But yeah, no, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. I enjoyed my 10 minutes of fame. But do you live in Parkway Gardens?
Nah, so I stay in Boston right now. I live in Boston. But
well, if you want a tour of Oblock, let me know.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, so would you ever go back now? In that sense, like, would you ever go back?
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I feel like they respect me. I don't know. You know, I kind of feel a little weird about the one guy wanting to kill me from Oblock. But besides him, everybody's been really cool. So I feel like if you pay enough money, you'll be okay. So.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, fair enough. Lesson learned, y'all. So everyone, y'all heard it here first. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all check out CJ Man. Follow on Instagram, YouTube. We're gonna do a recap on YouTube and Instagram live. I mean, YouTube live, possibly tomorrow to get the fans in tune. It'll be way more in tune. Stay posted, y'all.
Yeah.
Back to CJ.
All right. Thanks, man. Peace out.
Peace out, man.